What's going on, guys? This is Pegasus from the Wise Guys. Appreciate you for tuning in. We got to talk. Been having a little interesting parallel that I've noticed. Sorry to take that long pause, for a dramatic effect. But yeah, I've been noticing a parallel in the game that I wanted to talk about because I thought it was really, really cool. But it also is an evolution of the meta game that we're currently in. So what the hell am I talking about? Okay, so the last year, maybe 2 years in total, if you go back all the way back to Striker and Salomon Great, blah, 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 blah. You have Salad, Striker, Thunder, Orchist. Salad, Striker, Thunder, Orchist. Salad, Striker, Thunder, Orchist. Okay, file that away in your head. This newer format, we have Dragma, Eldritch, Emancipator, and Numeron. Numeron being the roundabout, like the way to round out the format, like to cut off all the other decks. Okay, so what the hell am I talking about a parallel? Okay, so the parallel that I've noticed, and this is my opinion, if you disagree with me, let me know how much you disagree with me, or if you think I'm getting somewhere, let me know down in the comments. Make sure you sub while we're at it too. All right, so back to the point. So I've noticed with Drag Mob just releasing, people were calling it control deck. We had a long discussion on the team the other day, and it really boiled down to me that it's not a control deck. Like Mechaba is a control-ish card. It's a controlling card because it maintains a strong presence on the field. However, it's not a real control deck, because a real control deck is going to strangle you to death where you can't hardly do anything. Control deck being something like Subterror, like really, really annoying decks to deal with. Control, Altergeist, that's another example of that. Okay, so to my point, Dragma is the parallel. Shout out to the graphic. Dragma is the parallel for me as Salomon Great, right? There's a mid-range deck. It doesn't do anything spectacular. It's not going to blow you away with the board, but it's going to chip you down to little pieces with little jabs. I call them little jabs, like using a fighter's term. It's not going to try to knock your head completely off. It can, if it catches you with the right kind of hand. But like a Mechaba and a Winda with the Shadal card that just came out, those two together, that is a pretty irritating thing to deal with. And that's without the Dragma stuff dropping on the board. When you get Ecclesia, then you search Maximus to get the Fluor and the Intern off the Bastard Drag. You see what I'm going? Like there's so many combos, there's so much pressure in like little jabbish type of ways with Dragma that's its strength. And it doesn't really have a bad matchup. That's the same as Salomon Great. Now, if you disagree with that, you just disagree with it. That's just how I see it. It's a very, very powerful mid-range deck. And Dragma is going to basically kill off a lot of the rogue tier decks. A lot like Thunder Dragon did back in the day, which would kind of mess my parallel up. But let's just say Salomon Great. Let's just say Dragma. That's where I'm going with that. Okay, so moving on. The other decks, we already know about Eldritch. We know how good the resource game is with Eldritch. Is that not what Striker was doing with Engage? Is Sanguine and Scarlet Sanguine not a ridiculous card? Like when we really boil it down, is it not a ridiculous card? Now, Golden Lord is a lot more powerful than Ray is inherently as a card. However, Ray is really, really, really annoying because she floated you to death. But the core principle of the deck is to wear you out with advantage, to wear you out with slow but sure, maintaining control, chipping away, control, knockout punches. Is that not what Striker and Eldritch, are they not the same thing? See where I'm going with this? Now I'm going to keep it going. This is the one that I've been, this is really the reason why I made this video. The reason why I made this video is because I had Emancipator and the similarity with Thunder Dragon. Did they both not dominate game ones? Did they both not completely bump you from being able to play Yugioh? Am I right or am I wrong? Do they dominate game ones and then maintain that you have to have a strong capability to play game two and game three, which if you ever want to be a decent player, you have to understand how to side deck and learn from good players how to side deck, ask questions about how to side deck. But those decks, in the right person's hands, if you're good at side decking and you play Thunder Dragon or Emancipator, you're going to kick people's ass, because that's what those decks do. They kick people's ass in game one, but they can't hardly deal with it. There's too much pressure going in one direction, especially with these new cards, 3 tactical talents. If somebody tries to interrupt you while you're going off with that Emancipator and you play that card, or you have the droplets, for them and for you, you're going to have to deal with it if you're playing that Emancipator with droplets, and droplets is a really powerful card. But you see where I'm going with this. Dominant aggro deck that won't let you do anything. You see what I mean? Now, last but not least, I think Orchis and Numeron are very, very comparable in that they all rotate off of each other. The engine is very smooth, very quick, straight to the point, mid-range-ish, but not super duper mid-range, and a power play that you can't really deal with. Galatea and Zexel are pretty much the same thing. Granted, like, Numeron doesn't have the babble stuff, but it does have they're both stupid ass field spells that have really, really powerful effects out of thin air. And Babel, while it's not a standalone card, it really does make issues out of thin air. Again, guys, before I get out of here, I think Infernoble throws the monkey wrench in everything, because a good combo deck at the right time that isn't the one that you're preparing for is the one that can kick your ass. And I really feel like Infernoble is the one that people aren't really paying attention to, and they're going to get a rude awakening very soon. Shout out to Smoke Grenade the Thief. It was a Tech Thursday a while ago. You heard it here first. Don't forget. Anywho, I'm out. Let me know what you think about this comparison video. If you think this is a stupid ass video, dislike it. If you like what I was saying, like it. Make sure you sub so you can come back and curse me out or give more dislikes to Brady. Shout out to Brady. I don't know what you did, bro. I'm out. YG, baby.